Hello and welcome back to another walk around video from Cambridgeshire Used Car Sales. Today I'm very pleased to be able to show you around this 2004 Citroen C5 2-litre HDI estate. This C5 must not be compared with any other C5 currently available for sale due to the fact that it is a truly one-off car which has covered just 23,600 miles from new and has had just one private owner from new as well. The condition is what can only be described as time warp condition inside and out. I look forward to showing you around this C5 in a little more detail throughout the remainder of the video. Starting with the driver's side of the interior, here we can see the absolutely superb condition shown, which really is a pleasure to see. Seldom do you see any car, let alone a Citroen C5 of this vintage, that has evidently been cherished and looked after and presents itself in this condition, certainly on the inside. All of the fixtures and fittings and buttons etc. really are in superb condition indeed, and the condition continues to the door shuts and door apertures as well, which, as you can see here, nothing untoward to report and lovely condition throughout. The passenger side of the interior is indeed much the same story here, and the condition that is presented here in the video really is akin to a car that has never been smoked in and also appears to never have had any pets or even children in the car. It really is in extremely well cared for and unmessed about order throughout, which is an absolute pleasure to see. I really do feel I will not have the opportunity to use a video on a C5 ever again in this condition and incredible low mileage, especially for the renowned 2-litre turbo diesel HDI engine as well. The small details like the genuine Citroen overmats are all present and correct as expected, and just to show you here, the condition continues to the door aperture and door shut on this side as well. The rear of the interior is indeed much the same story here, of course. Lovely condition throughout, which is absolutely lovely to see. The seats are, of course, exceedingly comfortable as per Citroen's reputation, and of course combined with the silky smooth renowned Citroen suspension system as well, it really does ride like no other car, and an absolute pleasure to almost waft down the road in the utmost of comfort, especially when sat in these armchair-like seats as well. Here we can also see the rear condition of the door shuts for you as well. I'm now going to take this opportunity to show you around the C5 in a little more detail. We shall do this using a panel by panel overview so you can see the detail up close and personal of the C5. Starting at the front here, we shall look down the length of the car, and as you can see, superbly straight and true, and a really lovely glossy finish to the paintwork, even on the most dullest day that we'd seen for a long time at the time of videoing. Down the coach lines there we can see it's absolutely arrow sharp, and there is no doubt that this car has been superbly cared for by its one previous owner. The fact that this car has just had one previous owner from new does beg the question, how many other C5s of this era are still in the original hands of its first owner from new? I would hasten to guess absolutely minimal amount. If not, this could be one of the last indeed. Returning to the rear here, nothing untoward to report, and as expected for a car that has just covered just 23,000 miles from new. To the passenger side of the car here, once again, absolutely arrow sharp down the side of the car, with a lovely glossy finish indeed, and it really is a pleasure to see. The car could simply be used as a workhorse or family estate with economy in mind, which is a reliable and practical vehicle which would give you years and years of sterling service. Or, if you was a bit more of an enthusiast of these vehicles, you may wish to join one of the Citroen car clubs, and this would be very welcome to their events and shows that they hold for this up-and-coming modern classic, especially with the superb ownership history of one owner and such low miles indeed. As to show you under the bonnet and in the boot area of the C5, first of all, under the bonnet here, as expected, extremely presentable indeed and absolutely wonderful to see. These 2-litre HDI engines are highly renowned for being ultra reliable and covering mega miles indeed. So with just 23,000 miles from new, you can rest assured there are many years and many miles worth of service to be given in years to come from this car. The condition continues to the actual underbonnet itself too, shown here, and it really is a pleasure to see. To the rear of the car, an absolutely gigantic load area here with plentiful space for any luggage you may have, and the load liner simply pulls back here, and with the renowned Citroen suspension system, one button press on the button on the right hand side of the boot can raise or lower the suspension to aid loading, and the car drives superbly, wonderfully comfortable, and if you was to load up the back here, the suspension system would compensate for that as well. Really is second to none compared to other vehicles. as to recap, in my opinion this is a simply unrepeatable opportunity to find a Citroen C5 of this vintage, which has covered just 23,000 miles from new and has one previous owner as well. Absolutely wonderful car to drive, to look at and to be in. The C5 will come with 12 months new MOT, our own in-house 6-month warranty, and if you do have any further questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and likewise you're more than welcome to come down and view the C5 at your convenience as well. Thank you for watching.